sponsored by. We separate from ourselves. We become led by our fear and our anxiety. We're looking to notice that this is happening. We must empty, we must let go. Now, this isn't a new concept. To understand this intellectually is a fairly simple task. But it's not enough just to know it. We've got to practice it, we've got to do it, and we've got to do it consistently. Let's try and connect to how martial arts practice affects integration. Martial arts training helps us notice ourselves and to practice certain behavior. At the start of every class, we always begin with meditation practice, just breathing. Breathing is the simplest, most accessible, and effective tool we have to reconnect with the present moment. Breathing and emotion are linked. We gasp in pain, we sigh in relief, we stop breathing momentarily in fright, in anger. We can use the breath to calm us down, to concentrate the mind, and to achieve clarity of thought. The meditation practice isn't about relaxation, it's about waking up. I read a number of years ago a great definition of meditation. It was to see our original nature and not become confused. Or to know that we are the bowl and not become confused by all the contents that we're putting inside the bowl. Traditional martial arts practice is very disciplined. It incorporates loads of etiquette. They bow when they enter the room. They never use an instructor's first name. They always accept things with two hands. When an instructor asks them a question, they immediately respond, "Yes, sir," "Yes, ma'am." Disciplined practice is mental training. The physical practice creates mental habits. You know, that sort of practice is hard. Some students say, "Why do I bow? Why do I bow to you? You're no better than me." But this is martial arts training. Why are you resisting so much? That's the thing that I'm interested in. I tell them, this is your training. Let go of your anxiety. Let go of your office meeting. Let go of your need to prove you're anything. Face reality. In martial arts, we bow. So bow. They bow to the instructor, to the black belt, but it's not for their instructor's benefit. Through this process, they learn to empty their minds. This process changes people. You can see that internal change manifested externally. When they first join, they're still questioning. Their bow is kind of quick, a little shallow. The more they train, they get black belt. Their bow becomes much slower, much deeper. They become more humble. They start to let go. You know, one of my students who was probably the most resistant, the most questioning for all the etiquette and things. I had a chat to him recently. He still trains. I asked him, why does he still train? How was he able to get over his issues with, well, he was the one who said, you know, no, you're no better than me. Why am I bound to you? You know, one of the biggest reasons he said to me, he said, it reminds me to be humble. He's actually CEO of his own business. Practicing humility has directly and positively affected the climate and productivity of his company. How else does it change people? Students have said, I found that I can now take a step back and remove the clutter from my mind. I was expressing myself more naturally because I wasn't so self-conscious or distracted by anxiety. I've wasted time with an internal dialogue with myself, always making noise in my head. Why am I being asked to do this? Am I good enough? Can I be as good as everyone else? Through discipline, I have learned to begin to quieten those voices so I can concentrate on the task that I'm being told to do. How we appear in one part of our life influences the other parts of our life. How they are on the mat, in the school, in the dojang, will directly impact how they are at work with their family and friends. There's a fantastic samurai maxim. It said, "He who has mastered an art will reveal it in his every action." A couple of years ago, I was going up north to my school in Lincoln.